Net neutrality. Net neutrality is the principle that internet service providers should treat all internet communications equally and not discriminate or charge different based on user, content, website, platform, application, type of equipment, or method of communication. Net neutrality basically means free internet for consumers. This also means that services like Netflix, YouTube, Snapchat, and Spotify don't have to pay internet providers like Comcast and AT&T to use their internet service. So what is the moral question? Should the federal government make internet service providers allow free access to their service, or should they allow internet providers to charge companies to use their services?
In this situation, individual versus community would be the best dilemma to choose for net neutrality. The government is faced with a dilemma when trying to come up with a fair solution that allows net neutrality for the community or make it require payments. The government is the individual in the situation and the consumers are the community. Deciding whether or not net neutrality is a concept to incorporate into the world is something the government needs to talk about. The dilemma is important to understand because the government doesn't know whether to keep the internet the way it is or come up with a payment method that allows consumers to pay for their usage. There are two sides to this topic, and their decision will leave one group unhappy. Building off this, those who are for net neutrality say that internet service providers could use service models or degrade access to content from competing companies. For example, Comcast is an owner of NBC and could then slow down access to ABC or CBS. Also, because of the variety of ways that people use the internet, not allowing everyone to have equal access to all sites could have a negative impact on businesses, educators, or the medical field. On the other hand, those who are against net neutrality feel like net neutrality doesn't change the fact that there are still only one or two options for internet service providers, and it's that lack of competition that keeps the monthly internet bills high. Also, there is no dominant provider abusing its market power or charging additional fees. In fact, though, in one of the disputes, the company was lowering the fees for the consumers.
In the article Net Neutrality, Will Congress Save Internet Freedom? By Peter Banera, he brings up the Save the Internet Act, which was shown in both houses of Congress on March 6, 2019. It aims to overturn the Federal Communications Commission's December 2017 decision to repeal net neutrality. The absence of net neutrality rules allows ISPs to use zero rating to give their own services an edge over other competing services. The bill has to pass both houses of Congress and then get President Trump's signature before it becomes a law and restores net neutrality. But overall, net neutrality has its positives and negatives, but it's up to the government to figure out a solution for this modern day problem. Thank you, Mr.